For sure.
All right, we are rocking and rolling. It is ZUDECAST one-on-one here. We got ROCQUICE. How you doing, man?
I'm great, man. I'm honored to be here. Just chilling, man. I'm excited.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm stoked to have you on. Heard good things about you. Natalicious Funk was, singing your praise. She said you gave her some beats, and
yeah.
She said you're a real one, and you know, fam of fam is fam. So how you doing?
I'm good, man. Yeah, that's my girl, man. I don't know if you heard. I'm sure you heard her album, but the song "Let It Go" on there, I made that beat, and then what's the one she made the video for? I'm drawing a blank right now.
Getaway.
Yeah, Getaway. So funny story. She probably would kill me, but someone made that beat for me like 5 years ago, and then I was sitting with it, and the pandemic hit, and I was like, man, like this would be dope for Natalie. And then I sent it to her, and I remember me and my boy were sitting around, and like she would tell us like I'm recording, and we were like, man, this song never coming out. and then like we saw the visual, and it was dope. But yeah, Natalie, that's a homie. Her boyfriend, I can't say his real name.
Zudevine. Yeah.
I'm like, don't say his birth name. He was what? He was a freshman in high school when I was, I think, a junior. So I kind of knew him from back then. Like I know that fool, like when he was, slinging CDs out the back of the trunk. So yeah, like so we go like way back. And then I met her down the road, and she's like, do you know my boyfriend? I'm like, who? And then she said his name, and I was like, oh, this is crazy. So I met him first, and I just met her. I'm always looking out for like what's going on in the city, and then we linked up one time, and she's like, yeah, you know my boyfriend, and we've been cool ever since. So I send her like at least a beat a week. That's like my goal, send her like, yeah. So that's always my thing. I'm always sending beats. So any rappers out there who need beats, like I'm always making beats, like. That's just my thing. I always just want to pay it forward to the game. So
yeah,
especially women rappers. Like I've always heard like weird stories about like just the different politics that women go through. So I'm like, let me try to help out.
Yeah, man, a beat a week. That's consistency too. I love to hear you got the ethic going. That's like you're really trying to push it out there. How long have you been producing yourself?
Shoot, I'm old. I started making beats like in 2000. Let me get a little closer.
Yeah.
I started making beats.
It can do like these too. It can go like this.
Okay,
too. Cool. Pull it a little back so you can lean back a little bit.
I got you. Okay, cool. Yeah, I started making beats. Where were we? Like 2009. I first started making beats, but I would say like legit, like really making beats, like taking it serious, like putting music out. 2018, I would say is like when I kind of got into it, and I was just kind of making beats for myself because I was broke, and then it was just like. I got tired of YouTube taking my music down and stuff like that. And then like once I got to like the point where I want to start to make stream my music, I was like, all right, I gotta make stuff from scratch. So then like it just started from there. And then especially the pandemic, like once I had like a guy I was working with to make beats, but once the pandemic hit, like he disappeared, and it was like, all right, I gotta just figure this out because I was doing poetry at the time. It's kind of like I broke through, was like doing poetry, and then everything just went downhill. And so it was just like, all right, like I'm just going to do these poems on top of beats. So I just started I think I downloaded BandLab, and then I just was messing with that and just kind of figuring things out. And so, yeah, long story short, like I would say like legit, like 2018 has probably been like the most recent, like time I started making beats. So
hell yeah, that's dope. Have you always, how long have you been making like music in general? Did you like play any instruments as a kid, or did you have any family like that played music, or?
I got into music through my cousins, man. Like really just dudes. Like I grew up in South Sac, so I had like a lot of homies that had like the look, they had like the persona, they had all the stuff, but like they couldn't really articulate themselves. And I was always able to like articulate myself. So I would just write about stuff they were going through, write about stuff they were doing in the streets and stuff like that. And I would just ghostwrite for everybody. And so that's how. And I think I was like 10. That's when I started, and then but me myself, like I couldn't rap to save my life, but I could write. So I just kind of like started doing that, and then then I copped out and started doing poetry because I was like, all right, like there's no pressure to rap to a beat, nothing like that. So I got into spoken word, and then but yeah, I never played any instruments. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I never played any instruments, nothing like that. But really, just the homies. Like my homies made beats, and they always, they was always doing stuff. So that's how I got my start, was just writing for them. And then I want to say like 2017 is when I started to practice. Like I would make music, and I would send it to like people in the area, like, hey, how's this sound? What do you think about this? And so I was just like, for like at least like 2 years, I was just behind the scenes, like crafting my sound. Like I was trying slower beats, faster beats, trying accents, trying ad libs, just trying everything, just really trying to sharpen myself. And then like really just start. Yeah, I want to say like I started putting out music, like streaming legit was like 2020. It was like no 2019. 2019 is when I first started, and I just really got through like doing skits for people. Like I was doing skits for Johnny of Mula. I was doing skits for Teo. They just had me coming in, and then like from there I was like, okay, like I'm on streaming sites, I might as well claim my name and start making music. So just kind of they kind of pushed me in that direction. So no musical training, nothing like that, just love music.
Being immersed in the environment.
Exactly. It was just a way to express myself, a way to just I grew up like with a single dad, so like all that like sitting down and like my dad wasn't really about that. Not to say he was a bad person, it just wasn't his personality. So music was always a good way for me to find myself and like to stay away from gangs, and like I wasn't gonna make the NBA, nothing like that. So music just kind of kept me in the community, but also kept me expressing myself. Expressing myself. So it was cool, man.
Hell yeah.
I'm messing up.
Oh, you're good. What kind of genres would you kind of say you dabble the most in?
That's a good question. I don't even know, man. I mean, I guess like it would just come off as hip hop, really, like just Christian hip hop. And I started doing that 2020. Like I think, 2019 got saved, and 2020 started making music. But I would say just like Christian hip hop. But I kind of mess around with all kind of crazy sounds. Like a lot of it's influenced by jazz. Really into jazz. I think that like the instrumentation of jazz really fits my voice and like the tone of my voice. So like a lot of it is like spoken word, jazz, and hip hop, and like Christian music kind of all meshed up in one. So that's kind of like where my bag is right there musically.
Nice. Did you grow up going to church a lot too? Because you mentioned that your Christian music, worship rapper is what you put on there. Yeah. And so you did not really kind of later in life it kind of came to you? Tell us about it. I love hearing about that.
I didn't grow up nowhere. I mean, like obviously everyone like grew up with like grandparents and elders that like were part of some form of religion, some form of church. But I mean, like, so I had like a grandmother who would take me, and I just hated it, and I didn't really have no passion for it. Then shout out to my boy Paul. I was like just trying to sell book. I guess I got rewind. So then when I was doing poetry, I started writing books, and so I was selling books, and that was like a way like to make money and things like that. And so I met this guy. He just got saved. He's my best friend now, but he was just talking crazy, like, I got saved and this and that, and he was just on fire. And I remember just being like, shut up, man, like just give me my $30, like buy the book, let's keep it moving, man. And then there's this individual, I forgot, individual, their name is Taylor. They have Taylor Mind Studios out here. And then their mom was doing like a sermon of some sort, and something like that, some of that nature. And she was like, hey man, look, I got free food, and at the time I didn't have a job, I didn't have transportation or nothing. So I was like, cool, like I'm down, I'll go. Like you guys gonna feed me. And I just met like these church ladies, and they were just super kind, super loving, like a very different experience from what I had grown up. Like they were just authentic, so they asked me like, have you ever thought about this? And I was like, no, I never really thought about it. And so I gave my life to God there. And then I hit my boy Paul, and I was like, hey man, I'm ready to do this. So I started going to church with him. And that was December of 2019. So I didn't grow up like, so I just started like late in the game, because at that time I'm 29. So so I just kind of just later on, but I didn't grow up around it. Like my parents like don't really go, like I don't have like siblings, nothing like that. So it's just, I'm kind of the first one. Then I met my wife at my church, and then we have 3 kids. Well, she's pregnant now, so we'll have 4
kids. Hey.
So we're kind of like, it's pretty dope. Like we're starting something, a foundation for not only ourselves but for our kids. That could just trickle on down. So it's dope.
Nice. Do you feel like kind of opening your mind to like religion and to Christianity and stuff that like influence your music in like a big way? Like what ways would you say it kind of influenced your music?
Hey, that's a good question. You're good. Good job.
I try.
I would say, yeah, man, it definitely made me like, I would say like it definitely opened me up to be more like vulnerable and to like be more conceptual. Like I think like before when I made music, it was just like I'm trying to out rap everybody. Like I'm trying to be the best. Like I'm trying to, whatever. And like, like now I'm more conscious of like, of just like what people are going through. Like I try to make music that's relatable for people, as opposed to just like giving you just music in general. Like I want to give you like something that speaks to like what people are going through, speaks to what I'm going through. And like, even if you don't have kids or you don't, believe in God, like there's still something that you connect with through the music, no matter what, just because at the end of the day, we're all humans, so, we're, no matter what, like, like I think Chance the Rapper had the song where he was like, everybody is somebody, he said, everybody is somebody's everything, nobody's nothing. So it's like somebody out there, like, even the dude out there underneath the bridge on X Street, like to me, I just see him, but there's someone looking for that dude. That's someone's dad, someone's son, someone's best friend. So I just try to I think it just helped me to make music that's more just relatable, like where I'm less focused on like, and obviously like just growing up around, I was born in 1990, so like I grew up with dudes was just like lyrical, like they rapping, like so the lyricism's still there, but it's just more so like conceptual, more so message based. And not to say like I wasn't before, but just focusing more on that aspect of things. So definitely just changed like my beat selection a lot too, changed the way like that I go about promoting myself, the way I go about presenting my music. So it just kind of changed. I would say it had a big impact, but like a positive impact, because like my friends who knew me before, like Najee Omari, like he listens to my music and he's like, bro, you doing stuff I don't even know what this is, like this is crazy, like this shouldn't work, but it works. I'm like, man, look, I'm pulling from a source that's greater than me now. Like it's not just simply me relying on like my pure just raw talent, because we all got raw talent of some sort, whatever it is, like whether you hoop, you run, you do something, you have some type of raw talent. And like being able to take that talent and someone able to craft it, and because there's dudes I see every day where I'm like, that bro could rap, but man, like if he could just slow down a little bit on that part, if he could just, he's saying too many words, like so it's helped me out a lot though, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like when a lot of creatives embrace religion or spirituality or like magic and stuff, it helps you really like pull the scope like out from yourself and kind of try to touch more like broader themes and more like patterns of life. And I notice a lot of musicians who, because that's something I like to ask people a lot too, what's your kind of spirituality like, how do you like draw, like what do you draw from, you know? And,
absolutely.
It's cool. That's awesome to hear that was like that. I want to double back real quick though. You said you were writing books and you're selling books, like self-publishing and stuff, or tell us about some of your writing.
So I'm about to name drop because I want to do that. Some of you guys may know a rapper named Chewy. Legend, GOAT. So I used to work for the Kings, we're going back in time. His dad used to, I'm not gonna put his dad's business out there, but he used to work for Kaiser, so we would cross paths because we had a partnership with Kaiser. And I used to just like type poems, and I don't know how me and his dad got connected, but like we just started chopping it up. Like I'm just like, hey man, I do poetry, and he's like, yo, email me some of that poetry. So I was like, cool. So I emailed him some of my stuff, and like it was like Chewy's dad and Chewy's sister, and they would just read my stuff, and they would just email me like, this is dope. And then Chewy's dad one day is like, you should publish this. And I'm like, bro, like this is poetry, like this is dead, like no, people don't read no more, like this is what, like 2017. I'm like, bro, like this is crazy, like why would you tell me something dumb like that? So then excuse me, so then I had a friend, she was going to school for publishing of all things. So I called her, I'm like, man, guess what this old head told me? He told me I should drop a book, take my poems and do something with them. And she was like, let's do it. And I was like, all right. So we did what was it, Don't Hate Create was the first book, and I think that came out 2018, I want to say 2017, must have been 2017. So I dropped that one first, and then it just was like, it was like one of a kind at the time. So I started getting shows, like John A. Lachey started booking me, like it just started to like really take off, because it was like, this bro not only doing poetry, but he has some tangible that we could walk away with. So like it just took off, and like I just started to meet heck of people through that lane. And then I wrote a second book the following year called Make Love Cool Again. And then that one was crazy because my friend, she's a professor at Sac State, and she was doing like a public speaking curriculum. And so she asked if she could add my book to her class curriculum. Like they got to choose 4 different books. So like I ended up making a lot of money selling books, and I got to do like a book tour going to like Sac State, Sac City, ARC, Sierra College, just talking to kids about like following their dreams and like, you know, my path to like getting into the books and stuff, and even like telling people like be resourceful. Like even like I like how like you with your podcast, like they're the homies. Like literally like we have so many people that are talented and useful in front of us that we don't even use. Like we're like people are like trying to run to LA, people are trying to make connection with all these people. Like you got people right in front of you. So like, you know, I digress. But like a lot of my career was just based off of just like homegrown like stuff. So then we did the second book. Then 2019 we did man, I forgot that book was called. But that one was pretty cool. I can't remember what it's called, but that one was like super crazy. And then after that I wrote a 4th one, and then me and my publisher, we had like a fallout, and then like she like moved to France, and that's when the music starts, because then it was like I wrote this whole book, I got all these poems, I can't let them go to waste, so let me just record over beats. But yeah, I just was just doing poetry books is how I got in. I would go to rap shows. That's how I met so many rappers and so many dancers and stuff, because while they're dancing and rapping and stuff, I'm in the corner selling poetry books, and so it was dope, you know. So that's how I kind of got in. And then I started podcasting for a while, and got to interview a couple of cats, which was fun, and then that helped me make more connections, and then yeah, just took off. And the pandemic kind of threw things off. Like pandemic happened, laid off. 3 months later, house burned down.
Damn.
Yeah. And so it was just kind of crazy. So now I'm just kind of like slowly like getting myself back out there again, and the scene's way different, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful different though. But yeah, the poetry books was fun, man. Like when some people like, I see them now and they're like, I still got your books, man. I still, you know, it's like, it's crazy, man. Like, and I was just going the post office website, order all this stuff for free. And I was just selling books out the crib, you know, whether it was, you know, people online in different states or just locally. I would just, you know, catch the light rail, go meet people, and I would sign the books. And it was cool, man. It was dope. So
that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's definitely inspiring, like the self-publishing vibes, because I'm trying to make my own like comic book. That's like one of my big goals, that's my personal like passion project too. And publishing's intimidating, you know, how to go about it and stuff. So to hear, you know, because to hear, you know, your story about that, and then too, one of the cats from Poetry Night too, I hear he has his own what's his name? Oh, I feel so bad for forgetting his name right now. He has a book called Poems About Aliens, though, and that's a solid book, and it's cool to see local people have stuff that's put out there and actually in a tangible form, because it is different when, you know, you have something to walk away with from your experience with someone too, you know, and it's an important part of like branding and getting yourself out there. And, you know, you're saying it's been years, but you'll still get people that are coming back and saying, what's up? I'm like, hey, I remember you because I got this right here, you know?
Yeah,
that's dope.
I mean, obviously digital is amazing, it's convenient, but like there's something beautiful about tangible, you know, like like who was that? I can't remember. It was some artist where I saw where like every event that he was doing, he did the same tour shirt, but it'd be like, oh no, that was Ostier. Ostier, he used to do this thing every year. It was called like Ostependence Day, and all the shirts said was like Ostependence Day 2018. And then every year he would just like obviously like swap out the year, but it was dope because like you left with that shirt, and if I see someone out in the streets, I'm like, oh shoot, you went to Ostependence Day like 2017, like you know, that tangible, like the impact of having something tangible as opposed to like, it's my earbuds, you can't hear nothing that's going on inside there. So yeah, tangible stuff is dope. But yeah, yes, for self-publishing, Amazon, they're like the way to go. They got like a whole system where you could just upload everything, and then they mass produce. Because when I was first starting, I was trying to do a local, but the issue with doing local was that they would have to keep reprinting. Like they would have to bring my files. But like with Amazon, like right now I could go on Amazon and I could literally just like type in my book and say I want 100 copies, and they'll just pop them out, and I could just and then the cool part is that it's like a dual sale. So like it's on Amazon.com. But what I did was I learned that like they were I mean, like I was charging like 20 online, and then after Amazon did all their work, you get like $4 a book. But then like they had like a option which was a scam. I learned it was a come up for me. Yeah, for the artist was you could buy author copies. So you could buy a book for like $2, $3. So I would buy like 50 copies, and then selling for 25 myself. And so, you know,
yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, you gotta let people in on that. Keep that in mind. Y'all are aspiring authors and poets and such.
Yeah, like,
you know?
learn the system. Yeah, so yeah, it's like Amazon publishing, because it was called something different back in the day, and then Amazon bought them. So then, you know, it is what it is. But Amazon bought them, but that publisher option was still there. So it's like, and then USPS, you could literally go on the like any FedEx, anything like that, and get all their supplies for free, like boxes, envelopes, the whole nine. And then so just a tip out there. But yeah, like for people out there trying to package up CDs, books, whatever it is, like that stuff is free. You just go on the website, request it, and then but yeah, the books, I could go on all day about the books. But yeah, that was a fun time, man. That definitely got me where I am today. So
that's real. That's fucking sick. I was gonna say, what are some of your music projects that you'd say you've been like most proud of, like some of your collaborations, I guess, or just beats or so, or just stuff you're most proud of musically?
Musically, definitely. I'm like, I always think of myself as like a point guard in basketball. Like I find more joy in assisting than scoring. So like Natalie, hearing Natalie rap on one of my beats was like, man. That's like been one of my goals for life. Like I was like, I want to, before I die, I need to hear her on one of my beats. So that was awesome. My homeboy Najee, he just dropped a song called Burgundy on the beat that I did. So it's really awesome hearing other people on my beats. And I would say like my 9-year-old son, I got him into producing and recording and making beats. So to hear him making music and to be on the albums, that's like super duper like rewarding to like be able to see that gift in him and be able to like what do you call it, like not invest, that's a bad term, cultivate there we go, cultivate that skill and like that gift that he has. So I would say like, man, like for my own self, man, that's a good question. Probably like my debut album was pretty fun. Like I got Esquire Lee on there. I got like, it was like a dream album. I got like all the dream features I wanted, all the dream production. It was like I had my homeboy do all the artwork. Like it was beautiful. Like it was perfect. Like it's a perfect album. Like and we did it all like out the crib. Like I had to figure out it all myself. And like it's funny to hear it now because I'm like, man, like sound quality and everything is so much better now. Like now that I know more, but just like knowing what that took and like just knowing where I was at and the excitement behind that project. Like I don't think I'll ever be that excited. Like, and that was super dope because I have physical CDs, so I think my church bought like 50 copies of that. And yeah, people were just buying anything like crazy. It was just dope. It was just fun. It was something new, like people hadn't seen worship rapper really come out like that and really just be touchable and be relatable. So that was fun, man. That was a good time.
Hell yeah. When did that come out again too, that one?
Ooh, that's a good question. That was like the summer of 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, so after the fire happened, all my equipment got burnt. I just started from scratch, and then shout out to the pandemic. They were doing a bunch of like audio studio, like home studio, like bundles. So like it was like $250, like just to buy the whole thing, as opposed to like buying the interface, buying the stand, buying everything. So I bought it for like $250. And before I had like a little cheap whack little microphone, and so I was able just to restart everything from scratch, and then and so it was summer of 2020. And,
damn, that's a hell of a time to start over and to really get into. I mean, lots of inspiration, I'm sure too. Everything you're going through, lots of passion. To just like I just go Super Saiyan on it.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, man. And everyone was like super supportive. Everyone was just like, I was sending tracks to people and they were sending the verses back. Like, I mean, I remember I would just like have people over. It was such a golden time of like collaboration and people appreciating humans, because it was like, hey, you want to come over and listen to my album? Yes, I'm trying to get out the house. Like, so it was like, the collaboration was so smooth, because it was just like, I remember I would just have people come over and I would just play the album. I would just play it like from start to finish, and someone would be like, yo, I want to get in right there. I'm like, go ahead, record, let's do it. So it was just a fun, authentic process where people were coming in like just open to whatever. So it was dope, man. Like everyone was just, it was a beautiful time, man. I mean, obviously does not take away from what was going on in the world. Like people died, people got sick, that's real. But just to the human part of it was real beautiful. How like I just hit someone up like, come sit down, listen to this album that you know, I'm not Drake, I'm no one important of that stature, but you want to come here and spend 30 minutes listening to an album, you want to hop on, like, so it was beautiful, man. So
hell yeah,
like I have warm memories when I listen to that album. Like it's warm.
That's awesome. I always tell everybody who comes on, man, just putting out music in general is a feat. It's something I haven't done. I don't have any music out, and it's I respect everybody who's able to like put the vision out there at all. It's so glorious. Speaking of which, you got a new project coming out too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What's the vision for that one there? What's the journey? What's the, you know, what are the themes?
Yeah, man. Like, I feel like this year has been like real like beef heavy. Like bros have just been like, I mean, obviously with Kendrick and like Drake, that's just like that just ate up the whole year. Like we're already in August, like
yeah,
like
and they're still playing Not Like Us everywhere.
It's crazy. Like Drake's still hiding, trying to sneak songs in here and there. Like it's like really captivated us, man. It's like a moment. So like I feel like a lot of cast I started to see it locally too, where like cast was beefing and stuff like that. And you know, it just kind of started to like trickle down. And so like, you know, like I you know, like I got tempted myself. Like I got stuff to get off my chest, man. I've been here for a while. Like, man, I feel a certain way about things. But then, you know, like just praying over and just thinking about it, you know, it was just like what do you what do you bring to the scene? What do you bring to the city? What do you bring to the culture as a whole? And that was kind of like what I was trying to figure out this project is like, what could I bring in a time where people it's very tense. Like Bruz is like, is and you know it's cool. Like I think like artistically is amazing. Like dudes aren't slouching on their bars anymore. It's like bros are rapping, it's making for great music, but it's like, you know, it's like, all right, like what about like you know, like I think about like what was like Rick Ross was like make fun of Drake for like his jet being cheap. I'm like, I can't relate to that. Like I don't how do I know it's a private jet? Like I don't know. It's better than my CRV. Like I don't know, you know, so yeah, you know, I just kind of was like trying to figure out like where do I fit in that time. And so, you know, I was just sitting there talking, and then like the title came up, What About God? So that was just a project. So the project called What About God? And it was just like, what about me? Like what do you want? What do I want people to hear? Like you know, you're a vessel that I'm using. So what do I want? What do I want to get across these people? And so like, you know, when I'm going to the homies' houses behind the scenes, like I see the stuff they're going through, struggling to pay rent. I see, you know, people going through real depression, you know, people just trying to find their space. Like in this music scene is hard, man. Like there's so much going on, and like we're all fighting for such finite attention. Like it's so hard to like capture people. And so it's like, well, what can I bring that's like different? Like what can I bring that steers a different way? So that's kind of like where the project is kind of went. It was just like it's songs I've been working on for like the last like 4 years, but yeah, it just kind of encompasses that concept of just like what does he say, like what does he want from us, like what is he trying to convey to us in this time? Kind of like a lot of people are soul searching in 2020, like this pandemic, what's going on, like what is, you know, some people say universe, whatever, like what is trying to be communicated to me. And so like just kind of dug in that space with the project. So yeah, it turned out pretty well. I like it. And yeah, but I was just trying to find like bring different energy to the scene, because you know, like, you know, I mean, like I'm about to be 34 this year. You know, I got, you know, 3 kids, a wife. Like a lot of these cats can out rap me, like, and that's fine. Like, you know, that's not like to diss myself, like to say anything, but like these cats, like they're really good rappers. Like they're really good, and so like that's not really like my bag per se. I could get there if I wanted to. Like I know this rap stuff, but like what can I bring to the game? You know, what could I bring? Like what could I bring to the artists, the listeners, the city, just whatever. So just bring something different. That's kind of where it all came from. Was just bring a different energy, because I mean, I'm seeing cast like guys that like I see them and they're sweet, like guys that like you want your daughter to go on the date with, and like they go on tracks and like they just grumpy, like, oh, I'm the best, and they sleeping on me, and I'm like, man, like this is kind of angry, man. Like this is rough, and I get it, man. Like it's competitive, man. It's hip hop. Like when you see people getting certain shows, when you see certain things happening, you know, we got egos. You know, it's like man, like man, I know if I had that shot, I would do different with that, you know. So it's like,
well, and everybody's like masking so hard too, you know, because we all gotta kind of stay cool and collected around each other and in front of each other, but it's like, you know, somebody might be going through something, you know, and they're not talking to anybody about it, you know, and it has to do with, you know, their mom and their dad or their sister, or maybe their best friend, or something happened, and it's like, you know, you have to kind of keep a cool face, you know, especially, you know, there's so much like branding yourself. You have to put yourself out as a brand. It's not just like, oh, I can go play shows and put my music out. It's like you have to have a social media presence, and you have to do all this. And then it's like, damn it, they're doing better than me. And these people are starting to do their own thing, and they're doing it better than me. And it's hard not to like really weigh on yourself in that way. So that's why I like the idea too of like, you know, like kind of more spiritual music, you know, music to heal people. It's kind of like the Andre. We keep on bringing up the Andre 3000 flute album, but that was, you know, that was a real, you know, really shifted the tone, you know, shifted the vibe of the zeitgeist, you know, and
it's got good vibes, like like it's just something you can put in the background. It doesn't really disturb your day, like it's chill. But yeah, you know, just trying to bring something different, man. Just, and I feel like for me, like I've always tried to take chances and be different, so that like, you know, like there's guys like Jakari Smith that like I'm cool with, like younger guys, but like I want to be able to, you know, like when I first heard Kid Cudi, like I almost fell out my car, like what is this guy talking about, like being lonely, talking about like his dad, talking about suicide, and so I just want to like be able to like musically be able to do the same thing for other cats, and just life wise, like be able to talk about my struggles as a husband or my struggles as a dad, you know, and to be able to connect that so other cats like who see stuff, who see whatever, like they understand it's part of the process, and they're like, I'm working, I'm growing, and like you might see, okay, like I look up to you, like, oh, you're a dad, man, like you holding it down, you doing your thing. But it's like, it's challenging, man. Like I'm working, I'm growing daily, you know, my family the first to tell you, like I'm not the best at this, but you know, just trying to just give people life stuff, man, but just open it up more so that like when dudes do reach that phase in life where they do get married or they are going through stuff, there's an avenue where like there's a bro who already put himself out there, like that he's talking about his struggles. He's not out here, you know, bragging about how many he pull in a night or whatever. Like he's using this space. So, you know, just bring something different, man. And hopefully, you know, if someone catches on to it, you know, like I feel like a couple of friends, they put out like projects. I got like one friend, he made a whole project about like a breakup, and like, you know, it's that's just what it was. That's what he was going through at the time, and he was just like, you know, this is therapy for me. You know, I could be rapping about this or that, but I can't. Like I see what's going on in the city. Like, and he's out there in Oakland, but he's like, I'm heartbroken, man. Like I don't want to battle nobody. Like I'm hurt. You know, so it's like I feel it, man. So just real life music. I guess that's kind of like the gist of it. Just making more real life music. You know, that's not to like bash anybody. Like rest in peace, Razar. Like one of the things he always said, he says like art and calligraphy both have their own place. So, you know, like whatever other cats are doing, it has its own place. Like it has its own purpose and what it does and what it serves. And so like if I could offer just one or two people something different where, you know, something that's refreshing to make you hear about life, you know, something where they're like, dang, like I relate to that, or oh shoot, like I got an uncle going through that or whatever, you know. So just bring something different, man.
Music brings us together, you know. That's definitely what it's you know, it can be a very healing and very unifying thing. But yeah, it can also be a very competitive and very you know, tumultuous thing too as well. I was gonna say, or I was gonna ask, how do you kind of juggle like being a parent and still being like a creative and like feeling satisfied with like, you know, how much you're able to get done, and then, you know, with balancing your family, you know, as a husband and a father?
I just let go of expectations, honestly, man. Like I think that like I used to like, I mean, we started off with one. Like I think when I met my wife, the 9-year-old was like 5, so we just had one. Then we had the 3-year-old. Then so like over time, like the time has just slowly like ate away. We're like, you know, it was way more time, but just one kid. There was more. There was still time with 2 kids, 3 kids, a little bit, but you know, now it's just like, you know, just the dynamics. The dynamics have changed too. Like my wife works from home, so like the time that we have, like where the house is empty and quiet, like that's kind of died out. So I've just let go of expectations and I just, you know, if a day comes where I get to make a song, cool. If not, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, I got, you know, bodies of work out there that I could live with, that I could, you know, promote. You know, like, you know, I was blessed to, you know, I think I've recorded at least like 2 or 3 albums I have like ready to go at any moment. So it's like, you know, those are my back pocket at any point if I ever want to just put those out. So, you know, like I'm working on a new album, one more, but you know, it's like I could take my time because I already have stuff that's already ready and that I could just put out. So I just let go of expectations, man. You know, just, you know, focus on the family, because last thing I want is for, you know, my wife and my kids to grow up and my kids be like, yeah, like my dad was prioritizing over his little 10 Spotify listeners, you know. Like, so, you know, just find the balance. So I've been making more beats, because beats is a lot easier. You know, you can, it doesn't require the house to be quiet. It doesn't require me to have like my own space. I could just throw on headphones, everyone sleep, and make some beats. So it's definitely like got me more into like sampling and different things like that. But yeah, I just let go of expectations, man. You know, like even right now, like, you know, I had to, on the way out, you know, talk to my wife, check on her, and, you know, let the kids know what's going on and stuff like that. And so whenever I find like those opportunities, I take advantage of them. But, you know, it's like if I don't get to do an interview, it just is what it is, man. You know, I'm content with where I'm at in life, and, you know, it'll happen when it's meant to happen, you know. So if it was like, oh man, can't make it today, you know, it's gonna happen. Like I think I've reached out to you like, man, like 3-4 months ago, maybe 3. So, you know, it just happens what's supposed to happen, you know. So it's all
glad
good.
We finally got to happen. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Here, dab me up.
Yeah, I'm like, man, it's cool now. I know you now. Like, you know, it's cool. I'm more of like a relationship person, so it's nice to like outside the screen to be like, I know this person. Like I've seen them, I've talked to them, I spent time with them outside the screen, and but yeah, you know, so. Yeah, I just let go of expectations, man. Just let it flow, and just now I'm just like kind of a space of like helping, like of like, you know, like I got friends that are making albums, like, hey, what you working on? Like, hey, I'm gonna send you 15. I'll send friends like 15 beats and just be like, if any of these match what you got going on, take them. It's yours. Like if none of them work, I'm gonna send you 15 more next month. Like don't even trip. Like I've sent Natalie so many beats. I've sent people like millions of beats, Yums, all kind of guys, just beats and beats, and I'm just like, if anything ever lands for one day, because I mean, like, what was like Not Like Us? He had that beat for like 6 years or something like that. Like, oh wow, like, you know, like even beats that I'm using now, like there's a beat that I just used like a month ago that I've had for like 5 years that it just fit the concept of what I'm working on right now. So you know, so I'm just content, man, with just life, and just, you know, just trying to be the best me I can be, you know, and if something clicks where there's a big hit or there's something that works out, awesome, man. Like that's awesome. But if this is it, this is my high, I'm blessed, man. Like I did it. Like I put music out into the world. It's out there. I got YouTube videos. I got a podcast I've done. Like I've done it, you know. Like I've written books. Like I've had a fruitful life. So, you know, I'm content, man. Like I'm happy with what I've done, you know, especially coming from where I come from, you know, a lot of friends, you know, they don't get to see 19, 20, 21, you know. So I'm blessed, man, to come from spaces that take young people into, you know, God willing, you know, turn 34. So, you know, I'm at peace with that, you know, like it's there, like, you know, like I've done it, because that was a big mental thing for me, was like, am I like, does anyone care enough about what I do? Like, you know, is it worth putting out music on Spotify? Like, does this sound good? Like, will people care about me and stuff like that? And it's like, to get past that and to have, you know, hours of music out that people could look back on and whatever, like, I'm good. So, you know, I definitely want to make 2 more albums before it's all said and done. But, you know, they'll come whenever the timing is right, whenever it works out. But I don't want that to compromise my life at home, where compromises, you know, my job as a husband, compromises my job as a father. Like that stuff has to come first, and then, you know, the music's even better, you know, when I'm good with them.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, and then, you know, I got my 9-year-old. He's, you know, like my goal next is to, you know, over time as he matures and he understands like what he wants to say through music, start to, you know, get him set up. Like I've already got him set up on Spotify. Like he's done like 3 songs on my album. So once he, you know, gets going, you know, he could just go on Spotify, claim his name, and just start to make music, he's good to go. So
that's dope. Yeah. That's really awesome that you're setting him up for that. Yeah, you're out here providing a foundation for a lot of people, it seems like, too, you know, and that's really awesome. I'm gonna see if we got any chats or anything too, though. Maybe some people tuned in. Let's take a look real quick.
I hope my wife didn't embarrass me and go in there.
Oh wait, let's see here. Oh my goodness. Dead air, no dead air.
Oh.
No, my bad.
What happened?
Oh, no, I was just saying. I was on the wrong screen here. Let's see here.
Oh, because it is live, huh? So people can kind of like chime in if they want to.
Yeah. Let's see here. Here we are.
Hope somebody said
if we had any chats. Oh yeah, we got the buddy Chloroxide. Yeah, he's one of our producers here. CeeLo, thank you for tuning in, man. He said oh yeah, he's just saying what's up. Shout out coronavirus, and he said you seem like a great father, and if your wife is watching, you guys are truly blessed. You have a blessed family, bro. For real, you seem like a very inspirational person, bro. I really appreciate you coming on.
Oh, man, that's too kind, man. I'm just like any other husband, man. Just every day, you know. Some days I do 2 things right, 1 thing wrong. Some days is 2 things wrong, one thing right. But it's like I tell my homeboys that are married, is like, just keep showing up, man. Like when you got a partner in your life, when you got kids in your life, or just anyone really, you got roommates, just keep showing up, man. Like, you know, before I met my wife, you know, I was living with my my childhood best friend, and, you know, he turned down and got into you know, alcoholism, and he was just really bad alcoholic, and, you know, like, you know, still is. But the one thing I could say is, like, I never gave up on. I kept showing up, you know, you know, tried to be understanding, and, you know, tried to, you know, just be there for him. But yeah, like, for all those people out there who are, you know, fathers or husbands or boyfriends or stepdads, whatever you are, you know, just keep showing up, man. Like, you know, like I think the coolest thing that my son said to me this year for Father's Day was, he was like, "Thank you for not giving up on me." Aww. And it was like, you know, it's like, you know, just those little things, man. Just showing up every day. Like, it's cool to go to Chuck E. Cheese and Disneyland, do all that fun stuff, but it's just showing up, you know, showing up in the morning, you know, being there when they poop on themselves and they throw up and they get, you know, we've had kids get coronavirus in our house. We've had strep throat. We've had explosive diarrhea. we've had all that stuff, man. And, you know, like, later on in life, they'll be like, "Dang, that fool really put up with my crap." Like, and that's how I look at my dad. I'm like, "Dang, man, like, you really put up with me, man." Like, there was times where I don't know how you, especially now having kids, I'm like, "Dad, I don't know how you did it, man." Like, so. Yeah, you know, I'm just a regular dude, man. I just try to show up every day and just hopefully be better than yesterday, and hopefully not make the same mistake. And if I do, man, you know, just ask for forgiveness from, you know, my family, and, you know, just try it again, man. But yeah, just showing up, just showing up, man. 'Cause a lot of people, you know, they give up, man. They give up. They, you know, it's sad.
Never gotta never give up, bro. Never surrender, bro.
That John Cena.
Oh yeah, man. Well, we're about that time here. You got any final words for the people? Any final things you want to kind of talk about before we mosey on down the road?
I keep hitting. I'm gonna keep hitting this.
Oh, you're good, bro.
I was September 9th. The album drops. It'll be everywhere you get music. Anywhere you find music at. You ain't even got half Spotify or nothing like that. But yeah, that comes out September 9th. I just dropped a video for one of the singles on the track. It was a song that we re-released from 4 years ago. The project I put out, but then Spotify deleted. It was weird. Like they thought that I was they didn't know I was me, so they thought someone was stealing my song, so they took it down. Like, weird. Yeah, that's other
robots, bro. The goddamn AI overlords, bro. The algorithmic data consumers. You know what I'm saying? They're over here trying to. They think they know everything, bro. They don't know.
Shout out to all the like independent artists. Like, when you put out your music on, you know, whether it's like CD Baby, DistroKid, it's gonna be. They're gonna hassle you. Like, they hassle the heck out of small artists. Like, so just stick with it. Like, but they're gonna hassle you. They're like, it's crazy. Like, there's like songs that have like samples in it, like where they want me monetize it on Facebook, but then I'm like, there's no way that people are clearing all these songs on all these levels. But, you know, whatever. Yeah. They just bully us. You know, even like there's like tools that can help you get more followers, more listens. Like, just broaden your audience, but it's only for people that have like 100,000 followers a month. It's like stuff where it's like, I need this more than Drake needs this. Like Drake doesn't need, a marquee that pops up on people's, Apple Music whenever you log on. I need that.
Yeah.
So that people know, but neither here nor there. But yeah, I would just say, man, the album comes out on the 9th, September 9th. What else will I say? Yeah, man, just that's it. Yeah. Album out on September 9th. Just make sure to follow the page. ROCQUICE 916. I think that's like I think that's everywhere I go, like Threads, all that stuff. But yeah, I'll be just posting updates. But yeah, just follow me, man. I'll be posting pictures of my kids. That's it. It's not gonna be much rap content, but I will make sure to sneak in my my music and stuff like that.
Yeah, tap in for some beats. It seems like you got the beats on deck there. Yeah. Tap in for some beats.
If you guys need beats, please hit me up. Like I've been making beats for the last 5 years. I have beats from the last 5 years that are just up for grabs. Like I said, like I'm not one of those type of dudes who gonna be mad at you if you don't use my beats or be salty. Like I just want to pay it forward to a craft that's blessed me. So if y'all need beats, rappers, whatever, like hit me up. Like I'm more than willing to, and I don't charge no one for my beats. Like it's not even about that. It's about just passing forward and just moving the craft forward. If I could help the next Chewy of the city, get his stuff going. If I could help more Nadalicious funks, I'm all for it. It's all about hip hop for me. So that's what it's about. I don't care about the other stuff. So yeah, hit me up.
Hell yeah. Well, let's go ahead and play one of your little beats here you got on the way out here. I got some headphones here too so we can hear them. And then let's check this shit out.
Jesus, take the wheel like a Tesla. Wrestle in the form of me like a wrestler. I swear I gotta do better. Getting impatient, taking my eyes up off of you. It's gonna be alright no matter what we go through. If only I remember that in the midst of my own storm, either you're in or you out, ain't no being lukewarm. Make up your mind, Jimmy. This right here's a gimme. I want a lot, but truthfully, I have plenty. I swear I gotta do better. Jesus, take the wheel like a Tesla. I swear I gotta do better. Jesus, take the wheel like a Tesla. Jesus, take the wheel like a Tesla. I know better. Jesus, have your way. Hide me, let me get about your way. Obedience, yeah, that's the new wave. And I ain't talking about ride, take the wheel, God. I swear I gotta do better. Jesus, take the wheel like a Tesla. Jesus, take the wheel like a Tesla. I swear I gotta do better. Take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel like a Tesla. Jesus, take the wheel like a Tesla. Take the wheel like a. Take the wheel like a. Take the wheel. I swear, I know better. I swear I do. I gotta do better. Jesus, take the wheel like a Tesla. Take the wheel, Lord. Like a. Take the wheel like a Tesla. Take the wheel like a. Take the wheel, take the wheel, take the wheel, take the wheel like a Tesla.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on by, ROCQUICE. I really appreciate it, man.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad I chose that song. Yeah, no, thanks for having me, man. It's been an honor, man. I'm honored.
Hell yeah, I'm looking to see, excited to see more of you around, more out and about. Everybody tap in with him, you know. We got poetry night. Come on out, play some beats at Freestyle Fridays, maybe. Yeah, man. All right. Well, thank you everybody who tuned in too. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to get more subscribers on the channel here, and yeah, we'll see you guys actually tomorrow. Me and Chris are going to be doing a little catch-up stream because we haven't done a main episode in a while. So, hoo-ah, ZUDECAST. Later.